Hey everybody, in today's video, I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to give the New York Jets the worst team in the NFL. I'm going to give the New York Jets a 99 overall quarterback and see if over a 5-year period they can win a Super Bowl. So I gave them Joe Burrow. They re-signed Breece Hall. I went past like the re-sign period. This is what they have so far. They re-signed Cisco, Quincy, and they did not re-sign Vera Tucker or John Simpson, which is kind of dumb. But I have the free agency on automated, so I'm gonna assume to the next week a free agency, and we're not gonna be able to see anything. So there's nothing here. We're gonna sim to the drafts here. Let's see if we can get the free agency recap. I want to see what this team has done. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're not gonna see it. Big transactions. Let's look at the Jets here. So, free agency, the Jets signed Darren Waller, Adarius Washington, Tatir Tart, Juju Smith, Alex Singleton, Demarcus Robinson. They get Isaiah Oliver back, pick up Zeke, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Rasul Douglas. You know, I like this. That was a good free agency class for them. Let's look at this team, actually. As now the after free agency, let's see. Oh, maybe not. The line looks a little weird. So, definitely need a receiver. That's definitely what they're going to need. They got Joe Burrow. Adarius Washington looks nice. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson makes it look a little bit better. The linebacker core looks strong. Defensive line is okay. Definitely need another corner and a defensive end. So I'm going to simulate the draft here. And let's see what the New York Jets do in this draft. Let's see. I think after the season, I'm going to go and turn off injuries because that want to be fun because, Joe Burrow is injured a lot. So Grady Jarrett was traded. So let's see. Draft recap. What did the Jets do? Ruben Bain is a Jet. Avion Terrell. Jordan Tyson in the second round. Anthony Hill Jr. in the second round as well. We have Darius Taylor, nice running back here. They picked Diego Pavia for backup. So we are going to go and turn injuries off. You can look at what I'm doing here. I got to go find it. Injury is just going to be completely off. And let's look at the roster. So after, it's definitely gotten a bit better. We have some good, solid vets that they brought in. And this team could be a playoff team. Definitely a solid team. Gave Joe Burrow some good weapons here. Darius Taylor, Braylon Allen. I don't know if they needed another running back. But this team is not too bad. The defense looks very improved. I just don't think that Jermaine Johnson is going to have a future here. So I might trade him away just to see. I'm not going to ever do this really, but I will go and pick up somebody like and Kyle Mongai looks pretty fun. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go and put up one of our second round pick here. Let's see if we can get anything better. And I think I'm thinking about this. And I can't do it. Are we serious? All right. We get a second round pick back for Jeremy Chin. Actually, okay. That's actually kind of fun. All right, we get a good, solid player back. And now the defense looks even better. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot the trade is on very easy. All right, I'm going to change that, and we will sim to midseason. Okay, so at midseason, we are 1-5, and I think it's time for a playbook change here. So I changed it around. We're gonna go old reliable and pick the Bengals. Here, if I can find them, I don't know where they are. Where are the Cincinnati Bengals? Probably went past them already. You guys think I'm stupid. There they are. And we'll just keep the Jets defense here. Let's look at the stats here around the NFL. Burrow is playing good, but not great. Brees is not playing too great. The Lions actually been playing pretty good. Olu's kind of the weak link out of here. Robert Jones, Armand Membo. The rookie hasn't given up a single sack. I don't know what his name is. So the team's not bad. The offense isn't great. But the defense is back to their elite form like they were a couple years ago. I think this is more of just a year to get used to everything. Hopefully they make a couple trades. We're going to send them to the playoffs, see if they can have a miraculous turnaround here. And look how much a playbook can change a team. 11-6 go the Jets. I'm going to put in the 2027 draft class just to get some realism here. And this team had an insane turnaround. I don't know what happened. I'm going to look at the schedule, actually. Let's see. Or not playoff schedule. Oops. So, in the regular season, we were 1-5 here. We beat the Patriots and then won every game other than one against the Dolphins. Look at that. We had a huge turnaround. Let's look at the stats here. Joe Burrow went from being middle of the pack to the best quarterback in the league. Brees, not a bad season. Juju, 3 players over 1,000. The Lion played okay. Fashanu definitely struggles. But the team looks very good. Second best offense in the league. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Aaron Glenn, not coach of the year. That's fine. Let's see if we had any rookies. Offensive player of the year, Juju Smith-Schuster. Jordan Tyson almost wins offensive rookie of the year. Ruben Bain 4th. Team is looking good. So we are going to sim game by game after I upgrade the players here. So here we go. We will sim past week 1 of the wild card and see who wins. The Dolphins are one of the teams that beat us. Let's see if we can get the win, and we do. Look at that. Jets move on to the divisional. And a blowout win over the Miami Dolphins. If we win the Super Bowl this year, I'm going to keep simming. I want to see how many they can win over a 5-year period. Here we go. We're going to sim this game as well. Can the Jets beat the Jaguars? And they do. Look at that. Into the NFC Championship against the Los Angeles Chargers. Can the New York Jets make it to the Super Bowl in Joe Burrow's first season as a New York Jet? Here we are in warm SoFi Stadium. Jets and Chargers in the AFC Championship. Jets looking to jump out to an early lead. Burrow kind of stalling here. 3rd down for the Jets. They want me to come in. Let's see if I can get this first down with this new and improved Jets team. Joe Burrow, number 10. Actually, that's kind of a cool number for him. Takes a snap, looking over the middle. Incomplete. Juju drops it. And that will probably lead to a field goal. No, the Jets miss it. In the red zone, they want me to come in. I'm going to have some fun. Let's see. Burrow looks around, looking over the middle to Tyson. Tyson with a nice grab. Down to about the 6. And the Jets looking on the doorstep of touchdown. Joe Burrow looking to the outside. Darren Waller drops it. He had it in his hands. Brees Hall up the middle. He's taken down. 3rd and goal. Maybe the clock doesn't run down too much. 11 seconds left. Jets with the ball. Looking. Burrow. Gonna move. Burrow. Dives in. 1 yard short. 1 second left. The Jets are going to be aggressive from the goal line. I have a time. To make me call a timeout. Let me call a timeout. All right, I'm just going to have to do it. I was going to try to, like, up the middle. Brees Hall, touchdown. Jets take the lead at halftime. I was gonna try to, like, audible it to a quarterback sneak. But it wouldn't let me call a touchdown. Jets jump ahead. Into the fourth quarter, Jets with the ball. Jets get a field goal. Chargers respond with a touchdown. Jets go all the way down there and score for the game. For an onside kick. The Jets need to recover. Up to A.D. Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell gets it. Goes down, and the New York Jets are going to the Super Bowl. Just got the notification that Joe Burrow won MVP. That is the first time that has ever happened for me in a franchise, actually. So here we go against the Packers. And actually, the video that's posting as a current moment, I did a prediction of the next 10 Super Bowls, and I said the Jets and Packers in 5 seasons from now would be a Super Bowl, and the Jets would win. So actually, you know what? This is kind of funny. Maybe we'll take this as a simulation from real life. I think I said the score would be 21-20, I think I said, something like that. All right, so let's see. Packers start with the ball. Going down the field. They get on the board for a touchdown. Jets with the ball. Get 3 points. Packers up 14-3. Packers go up 21-3. The Jets fading. Get on the board. The Jets get the ball. 3rd down from the 43. They need me here. What will happen? The Jets... Oh, my God. I hate that stupid clock runoff. Burrow looking deep. Burrow incomplete. This game is probably over here. 4th and inches. The 43. The Jets need it. Joe Burrow is taken down, and the Green Bay Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. Nobody expected the Jets to be here, and they almost got it done. They'll be back soon. All right, so here we are at the NFL draft. I'm not even going to worry about anything. We're going to look at the league transactions, see if our Jets have done anything to make this team better. And they pick up Olufushanu's 5th year, but it doesn't look like they signed anybody. They released Rucker, Tutu Atwell, Darren Waller, but it doesn't seem like they did anything. Was free agency just not like what the... No, people signed people. People signed players. All right. I mean, the Jets won't do anything. Let's simulate the draft and see what the Jets can do with their 3 first-round picks this year. Only if they made a trade that I didn't know about. But let's see. Simming to the next week, Jets have a chance to get 3 good players. Their pick won't be that great, but they have the Colts and the Cowboys pick. And let's see. Draft recap. We had 8, 15, and 31. We get Jordan Stetson, Luke Reynolds, a nice tight end, Ben Moore, Williams Narali, Ezekiel Phillips, got a 72 overall. I kind of want to look, actually, I don't know who the best player in this draft is. I think it's Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith. Go figure. Oh my god, no, Trey Miguel. It was an 88 overall. Jesus. Alright, so this team is looking pretty good. We're going to go see in week 1 of the preseason if there's anybody we have to offload that's not going to play on this team with a big contract. So let's look. The team looks very nice. I don't like the Jordan Stetson. I think I might move him to left guard so he'll actually play. That would make the most sense here because we already have our two tackles of the future in Olu and Armand Membu. So the line looks a lot better. Look at that. They bring in Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson's finally better than Garrett Wilson already. We have Mason Taylor and Reynolds, two solid tight ends. Looking at the defense, definitely need an edge rusher, but defense played really well last year. Ruben Bain, I don't think he's good here. I think I can move. I just don't like this set here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I will sim to mid-season and see how this team is doing. Here we are in mid-season, 5-2 Jets. Playing a lot better than they did last season. We're going to look at the team. I already did my upgrades. Let's see how this team is looking at the mid-season mark. So Burrow playing up to a 99. Tyson 90 playing up to a 91. Garrett Wilson takes over in the number 1 spot again. Jordan Stetson has star development. Him and Olu look really nice on that side. Membu's up to an 87. Brees up to a 91. Let's look at the defense here. On the defensive side, Ruben Bain, 87. Anthony Hill, 86. Singleton, McDonald. I think Sherwood is going to be the odd man out here. And I think this is who we're going to trade away here. So let's put him in, see if there's anybody that we can bring in that can help the team. And I think... I think somebody like Joshua Farmer is actually a good deal. Because of the way our defenses ran, I think that could actually help this defense even more. It gives us another defensive tackle instead of a 73 right there. So that actually makes the defense look a lot better. I like that. We have 5 rushers on the field. That's actually a nice defense. I like this defense. So, yeah, this team looks very nice. We're going to send to the playoffs because I'm assuming we're going to make it. And we'll see how we do. Here we are in the NFL divisional round against the Denver Broncos. We ended up getting a bye week. So this team ended 12-5, tied actually for the top of the AFC. Let's look how the team is looking out. So the offense is a 92. And look at that offense right here. This offense looks really nice. The line is great. Let's look at the defense over here. The defense also looks very strong as well. You know, best player is probably Ruben Bain, actually, or Avion Terrell. So, Jeremy Chin trade was nice. We have Gardner Johnson there kind of just for fun. Let's look at the stats here. See if Burrow wins MVP again, and it looks like he does. He doesn't. Wow, Hurts wins MVP. Look at these stats. Probably the turnovers, actually. So, that's fine. We're going to go look in sim to pass this Broncos game. Let's see if the Jets can get it done and move to the AFC Championship. So, let's see. And I think it's frozen. The New York Jets do win this game. So, now we will sim again past this Colts game. Let's see. Here we are at the Super Bowl against the Carolina Panthers. I did not put a specific draft class in for this season, the 2028 season. I just have a random one. I put the player strength to very strong for all the positions because I just kind of like to have fun with that. So we're going to go in and see if the New York Jets with Joe Burrow can win the Super Bowl 2 years removed after acquiring him and really building a solid team around him. The Panthers go up 7-0 and already Jets defense struggling. Jets down in the red zone and they get a field goal. This offense cannot stall now. They have the best offense in the league. In the red zone, they want me to take over. Let's see if the Jets can score a touchdown here. Just at the end of the third quarter. Burrow takes a snap. Looking. Burrow's going to run. Joe Burrow. Nothing. He's going to throw it away. End of the third quarter. Down by 11. The Jets really need to get a touchdown here. Reynolds, the new tight end, in the middle. Burrow is going to roll out. Burrow has an open field. Down to the 5. Gain of 15. Joe Burrow looking to punch it in here. Takes a snap. Looking over the middle. Reynolds touchdown. And now, just like that, the Jets are right back in it. Need a stop on defense. The Jets do get it, and they want me to try to come in and lead a big drive from the 32 with a chance to win a Super Bowl. Looking, Breece Hall wide open. Breece with a gain of about 6, I believe. Yep. 3rd and 4. Jets need a first down here. I love this Bengals playbook. I've never used it before, and it's just like a bunch of just like craziness. Looking, Burrow to 80 Mitchell. 80 Mitchell stays on his feet. Down to the 44. Oh my goodness. 80 Mitchell with a huge play. Taylor in motion. We have 2 tight ends on the field. Burrow underneath to Reynolds. Reynolds tries to cut back. The Jets driving. In field goal range here. Looking to get more than a field goal. Takes a snap. Burrow looking over the middle. Tyson breaks the tackle. Down to the 9. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Are the Jets giving the Panthers too much time? That is something we do not know. The Jets have a chance to really win their first Super Bowl under Joe Burrow and still have 3 more seasons left of this. Burrow takes a snap. Burrow looking. He's going to get out of the pocket. He throws it away. Second and goal from the 9. Looking, Garrett Wilson, wide open. Touchdown, Jets. The OG Jet. With a huge play. And he gets in, and now the Panthers have a chance. Young takes a snap. Looking to the outside. Good play by Terrell. Only a gain of 3 to Leggett. Andre Sisco's in the game. With a star. Looking. Intercepted. What a lurk. Anthony Hill seals it for the Jets. And the New York Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. Well, there's still a chance. The Panthers still have a chance. Bruin Bain off the edge. Need some pressure. The Jets need pressure here. Bryce Young sends him in motion. Looking. Incomplete. Young misses him. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Panthers with a final breath here. Young throws it away. Has nothing open. And now 4th and 10. Sends the tight end in motion. Young. Looking. Young. Nothing open. Will McDonald. An OG Jet takes him down. And the New York Jets have won the 2028 NFL Super Bowl, only 2 years removed after picking up Joe Burrow. And here's the thing, they still have 3 more seasons. Can they win another one? Here we are at the start of the NFL draft, and we will look at the transactions that have happened to see if the Jets have made this team any better. Let's see. The Jets signed free agent Aiden Fisher, Mekhi Blackman, Xavier McKinney with a huge contract, Jalen Croker, and they released Pavia and all these players, all these backup quarterbacks. That's fine. Let's look at the state of the team right here. I don't know if the draft is going to matter this year. I don't know if we have a first-round pick. I don't think. The team looks very nice. Croker is an 83. Brees Hall up to a 95. And this team looking even better than it was. McKinney. Honestly, I might move Jeremy Chin to corner. I don't know if that's going to be a great idea for him. But I'm going to move him to corner. See if that actually makes us any better. Because I do want him to play his superstar. Let's see if he's any better. Jeremy Chin is an 82, so he gets on the field. This team looks very good. Actually, we're going to play our star development. Oh, maybe not. We did lose Jermaine Sherwood and somebody else here. I don't remember who it was. Harrison Phillips. But hopefully the draft addresses that. We are going to sim the NFL draft to see if we can get anybody better. Here we are after the draft. Let's look at our draft recap here. So, looking at this, we did not have a first-round pick. And we did pick up a Will linebacker. Did he have star dev? Yes, he does. In the 3rd round, that's a nice pickup. So yeah, we have a lot of cap room. This team is going to get even better over time. But we will sim to mid-season. I don't even know if actually we're too far in. I'm just going to sim to the playoffs because I'm assuming we're going to make it. So let's see what happens. So the Jets did not make the playoffs. They are 7-10. The defense looked horrendous after looking at that thing. Second best defense and offense in the league. Let's see the defense here. The worst, one of the worst defenses in the league. That might do it for you. Kind of actually Bengals lore accurate. So we will sim to the offseason and see what they can do to make this team better. All right, so here we are. You guys just saw me looking at the transaction list. Jets didn't do anything. So we're just going to simulate this draft here and see if the Jets will do anything better to help this team because they just went 7-10. They just went from winning a Super Bowl to going 7-10. So let's see what happens in this draft. I have everything on very strong. So either way, I think we're going to get a solid player in the first 2 rounds. I just don't know what they're going to do with it. I have it auto-generated now, so we're not sure. I'm not sure who these people are. All right, here we go. Looking at the draft recap. It's a little delayed on your guys' side, my bad. So looking, we have a 76 overall defensive tackle, a 75 overall left tackle, and a 81 overall right guard in the 3rd round. It's huge. Even though we don't really need that, our offensive line is nice. We're going to look at the team here. Let's look around, see if there's anything else we can do. You know, honestly, like, we just picked him up, but I might trade away the rookie because, like, he's not going to play. So, like, what's the point? Let's look around the league. Is there anything we can get and make the team better? What do the Jets need here? Let's look. Not wide receiver, or line, or anything. Maybe defensive tackle. That's what I'm going to look for. We will package our picks here, actually, and see if we can, along with the rookie, get a good, solid defensive tackle. You know what? It's more of a fun type of thing, but I would love this. We're going to bring in TJ Watt, to help this team get a little bit better. I'll set the lineup, and we will send to the playoffs to see if this team can finally make it back to the Super Bowl. That's a little bit more like it. The Jets are finally back in the playoffs after missing it last season. And we play the Bills, our division rivals. Got to put some upgrades here. I think I saw the defense was terrible again. Why is our defense so bad? Our defense is good. On paper it is. I don't know why they're playing so bad. Look at this defense. I mean, like, I don't understand. All right. Maybe a scheme fit is different. Yeah, it did change a little bit. We're going to look. See if we can make a change here to a better scheme fit. Nothing is really... We're going to go 3-4. Because the scheme fit is definitely a lot different from the players that we brought in. But, all right, we will sim this week to see if the Jets can beat the Bills in week 1 of the wild card. New York Jets, let's see. Can they get the win? And they do. Against the Ravens now. Definitely going to sim this one again. Let's see if the Jets can win. Simming this week. The Jets do not win? No, they don't. The Ravens beat the New York Jets in the divisional round. And now, in the final season of Joe Burrow, can the Jets bring a Super Bowl back to New York before Joe Burrow leaves? All right, are gonna sim straight to the draft. The Jets didn't do anything. Once again, in free agency, they have the money. They did re-sign Joe Burrow. Oh, and TJ Watt did retire, which kind of sucks. That was my splash. I really wanted to get a big-time pass rusher, but we have negative $5 million in cap room, so maybe we didn't have enough money for it. Let's see. And they bring in a bunch of solid young players. That's actually nice. They don't need a tight end. Don't need a running back. These are all third-round picks. Oh, yeah, because I just traded my future. All right, so I'm going to upgrade our players, and then we will sim to the playoffs, because I'm assuming we'll be in it, to see if the Jets can make one final run with Joe Burrow. There's such a hot start. The Jets cool off and do not make the playoffs once again. I don't know what it is. I think we're getting the Joe Burrow experience. I think we're getting a bad defense because, again, the defense was terrible. I don't know what it is. I don't know why our defense is so bad. The defense is good. They're 92 overall. I don't know. Madden Sim's weird. The scheme fit went up, too. There's no better scheme fit. Whatever. The Joe Burrow Jets make it to 2 Super Bowls and win 1. In his second year as a New York Jet. Hopefully more success will follow, but this team looks very good. If the Jets can make a team like this over the next couple years, they definitely will win a Super Bowl. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So yes, Joe Burrow can save the New York Jets if he does go to them. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We had a good video. Burrow brought the Jets to Super Bowl. Let's actually look. I want to look at his, how do I see his awards? Over the time at the Jet, he had 4 5,000-yard seasons, more than 200 touchdowns, 200 touchdowns about in barely 30 interceptions. Let me do the math here real quick. We have 28, 36 interceptions as well to a ton of touchdowns. So that's very efficient. His rushing was decent as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.